Morning YouTube. Out doing a few things on this gorgeous Saturday morning. I figured I would bang out a review. Victorinox hiker in red. This is, I think Swiss Army knives are one of those knives you get as a kid for your first time. I remember I got my first one when I was 12 and loved it. Thought it was the coolest thing ever. My dad gave me my first one. I took it everywhere with me. I was in the Scouts, so we went hiking, camping, fishing, whatever. And I left it in my tent, came back, and it was gone. But I've had a lot since then. And I have had a hiker before. But it got used and abused, and I misplaced it. So I decided to replace it with a shiny new one. And I figured I would do a review discussion on it while it was still looking good. And then, before I beat up on it. So first up is the blade, just over 3 inches in length. It is Swiss made stainless, as you can see right there. Mirror polish finish, as you can see right there. These knives hold an edge really well. They're easy to sharpen, easy to maintain, cut like champs. It is a slip joint like most Swiss Army knives. This model does come with a secondary knife, which is great for little cutting tasks or little fine work, or if you only want to carry one tool, then these Swiss Army knives with the secondary blade gives you the 2-blade option and not have to carry a second pocket knife. The Victorinox saws are some of the best saws I think on nice little form factor. It's basically the full length of the tool, so it's pretty long for the package, and they cut great, they work great. Next up is the Victorinox can opener. As you can tell, it's got a little Phillips on the end of it. These can openers work great. Like I said, I've taken this thing hiking, camping. I've opened cans while I'm camping, and it does it effortlessly. Next up is the bottle opener with a big flathead on it. This flathead works great. I've used it a bunch of times. Can opener is good, or the bottle opener, sorry, is good, does the job. It's got a little bit of a wire stripper there. This screwdriver / bottle opener does have a 90-degree stop, which is great, so you can get that extra leverage on it. I think it works out great. This is the model with the Phillips. I prefer the Phillips models over the corkscrew models. Corkscrews are cool and all, but I don't really drink wine, so I tend to be more inclined to be tightening or loosening screws than I am opening bottles of wine. So that's that. This model does also come with, if I can get it open, an awl / punch. This awl works great. I mean, it's good for drilling in the leather. You can sew with it because it's got the needle. I've used this a bunch of times to add a new hole to my belt and what have you. All around great. So this is the Victorinox hiker. It also, like most Victorinoxes, has the tweezers, the lanyard ring, and the toothpick. So please, let me know how old you were when you got your first Swiss Army knife. Let me know if you still got it, and what Swiss Army knives you tend to like to carry. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the hiker. They just never seem to let me down. Always hold an edge, and I think for the most part, I think it's a rite of passage. I think every kid, every children should probably get a Victorinox or a Swiss Army knife in general, early on. Especially one that's been used, passed down one. I think it, you know, gets them started in knives. And I used to be able to carry, remember when I was like 12, I carried my Swiss Army knife around with me everywhere. And, you know, things were different back then. No one ever questioned it, batted an eye, you know, it was normal. Nowadays, we seem to stray away to that, and we treat knives like they're taboo. But, I mean, I know when my daughter is definitely old enough, she will be getting a Swiss Army knife for sure. I think they're fantastic tools, and I think every kid should definitely be able to get one at a very young age. Well, not young, but you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Swiss Army knives are fantastic tools, and I think they make a great gift for any young teenager, especially if you teach them proper knife etiquette and, you know, teach them how to use a knife safely. And we gotta keep, you know, keep making knives normal. In today's day and age, it seems like knives are taboo. A lot of people, I mean, I was out the other day and we were at a restaurant. I got my daughter a hot dog, and, you know, it was a fast food restaurant. So she's only 1. So I took out my my wave is what I had. Took the blade out, cut the hot dog, you know, in 4, and then cut it in little strips. And the look I got from people, you know, it's just my wave. It's my multi-tool blade. It's not like I pulled out this, you know. I just used the blade that was sort of along the same size as what this is, and people looked at me like I was up to no good, and it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me how knives are, you know, taboo. You know, I remember, like I said, when I was 12, everybody carried a knife. It was normal. So, anyways, let's wrap this up because now I'm rambling. I'm the everyday guy. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what Swiss Army knife you had for your first Swiss Army knife, and how old were you when you got it. I'm the everyday guy, and I'm out.